Nick Reinke, welcome to the Turning Point.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So, as a consumer, I'm pretty educated at this point that when I drive my car, I'm burning carbon based fuels and I'm putting greenhouse gases in the air. Everyone has a pretty good idea of that. But I don't think a lot of people, including myself, have a detailed understanding of how carbon emissions happen in agricultural settings. So, can you start by giving us a little primer on that?
Yeah, uh, I'll try and keep that as little a primer as possible. It is a very rich topic with agriculture being responsible for anywhere from 10% of total greenhouse gas emissions here in the United States to 25 to 35% globally, depending on how you look at the footprint of ag. So you can imagine there's a lot that goes into that overall footprint. So it can be any variety of scopes. Some of the biggest drivers out there that people hear a lot about are things like beef production and methane from cattle. Burps, not farts. Fun fact. Everybody thinks cow farts. It's burps more so. It's the enteric fermentation. So that's a huge source of emissions. But then, manure management out of those big cattle operations. But the place that we operate in is really in like row crop agriculture. So soil management, crop efficiency and things like that. So the key sources of emissions that we focus on at Habitaire are things like soil carbon. Are we gaining soil carbon? Are we losing soil carbon through our farm management practices? And then other things like how are we managing fertilizer? Anything nitrogen fertilizer, nitrous oxide is a really intense greenhouse gas by volume. It's about 300 times more intense by volume as a greenhouse warming capacity than carbon dioxide, for example. So that's a really important one. And methane, similarly, much more intense from a greenhouse gas warming standpoint. Yeah, so nitrous oxide and soil carbon are really the big ones. And the beauty of it is, like, the things that farmers do to be more sustainable financially, more efficient with their production systems, they're the same things that we would want to see happen from a climate standpoint. So there's this really beautiful thing in especially the world of soil carbon that's kind of unlike the vast majority of climate solutions, where it really, like, it's not hyperbole to say it is this win-win-win, that if you're better managing your soil health, you're putting more carbon in that soil, you're becoming more resilient to the effects of climate change, which would be extreme weather events, drought, and extreme rainfall. You have better water holding capacity, better resilience to drought and extreme rainfall, and you're tending to be more efficient with your resources on farm. You need less pest management with those more integrated systems, and you can be more efficient with your fertilizer, which makes you more profitable as well. More yield per unit of fertilizer is better for you, better for the planet. So we have a ton of opportunity there, but easier said than done to realize that. So that's my quick-ish take.